Hey guys, Chris Profi, Musically Obsessed. We got the sun coming in. Sun bringing some light, bringing some warmth, bringing some love to this video. I'm just gonna keep it going with the sun. I guess I could close the blinds, but I kind of like the effect. So today I'm entering a contest for Alex Spins Vinyl, and I will leave the link below to check Alex out. This is his push to 300 contest, and I believe the last time I saw it, I think he was around 289. So guys, let's go. Let's get him to 300. He's a cool guy. I've just started watching his videos. A lot of times he'll have his girlfriend Jenny on there as well. So that's kind of a neat dynamic to have the two of them talking about music. And one video, she was like in the background playing video games or something like that. So it's kind of a different sort of vibe to the channel, but it's a cool channel. So Alex, again, congratulations on being in the VC and getting your channel up and running. And dude, you're gonna get to 300 real soon, and then I know you're gonna shoot way forward past there. So 5 questions. The first question is, what do I feel is one of the most underrated debuts? Well, there's been a lot of underrated debuts. My first one, I was gonna say, was Danzig's first album, which I feel is underrated because here's one example of that. The song Mother. It wasn't a hit until the live album Thrall, Demon Sweat Live. So, just the production of that album, Rick Rubin was at the helm, and, I felt that album could have even been bigger than it was. And even a lot of Danzig fans go back and say, you know what? I'm not as big a fan as the first album. I like Lucifuge better, but I couldn't find my copy of the CD. I'm sure it's back in storage. So I'm going with another underrated album, Def Leppard's On Through the Night. This was their 1980 debut. You know what? We all know the story. Def Leppard was part of the new wave of British heavy metal. They came up with, Saxon and Iron Maiden. But Def Leppard went to superstardom with albums like Pyromania and Hysteria. But this is where it started. I happen to like the early albums. I like this album, and I like High and Dry. I really like Pyromania. And again, I like Hysteria, but Hysteria was when they really got very commercial. And again, nothing against the album. It's still a great album, but I like more of the new wave of British heavy metal type stuff. I mean, you've got Rock Brigade on here, Hello America, Satellite. I love Wasted. That's so freaking heavy. You got some proggy stuff on here. Just a great, great album. I really feel like it's underrated. Ask 100 people what their, favorite Def Leppard album is, or what album they would associate Def Leppard with, and I guarantee most of them are going to say Hysteria or Pyromania. This album probably won't come up that often. If you ask me, though, I think it's a masterpiece. Now, number 2, a new band or artist that I feel the VC should check out. Well, I'm sticking with the sort of metal theme here. I don't really have a lot of new stuff. The artist I was thinking about is a band called Havoc. Now, here's the thing. They've been around since 2004. I didn't even realize they've been around that long. But this is their latest album. And Havoc, basically, they are sort of channeling the whole Bay Area thrash scene. So if you like Bay Area thrash and, with sort of a modern twist, you would really, really, really like Havoc. And again, they've been around since 2004, but I still consider them a new band. And this is their latest album called 5. This is on Sea Glass vinyl. So yeah, definitely check out Havoc if you are into that whole Bay Area thrash scene. My notes keep twirling here with the fan going. Question 3, which album do you have the most copies of? Well, I would assume maybe that this is like the most formats, maybe like CD, cassette, vinyl. I'm not sure. That's how I'm reading it. Well, I have a lot of those, but I'm going with the band Slovenly. And this is their album Riposte. And who is Slovenly? Well, Slovenly is on the SST label, the Magic label out of California. Slovenly is a band that I get sort of, I get Talking Head vibes from it. I get REM vibes. And, you know, they've also got sort of their own unique sound. So I've got it on vinyl. I've got it on CD. And I've got it on cassette. Do you guys know if you put a cassette in, you can actually travel in time? It's amazing. Yeah. Most people forgot that because they got rid of their cassettes, but that's the truth. All right, moving on. An album from my best gig. Well, I have seen so many great bands. I got to see the Grateful Dead. I saw Motorhead with Lemmy, of course. I saw some folk legends, Gordon Lightfoot. I saw Janis Ian. I saw Joan Baez. I saw Mary Chapin Carpenter. I've seen Slayer. I've seen so many great shows. But I am going with my favorite, Johnny Cash. I got to see him live. And I was talking to my friends about that this weekend. It must have been, well, it was when I was in college. So I'm thinking it was like 95, 96, I saw him up in Niagara Falls. And so I just picked one of his albums. This was the album I was trying to think of the other day, Mike, when we did the Johnny Cash video. Johnny Cash, Destination Victoria Station. I guess Victoria Station is a restaurant, and this album was like a promotional album that Johnny did. Very cool album, though. And yeah, gotta go with Johnny Cash. It was a great show. He was on the spinning stage. You know, June Carter was singing with him. I think his son was up there as well, so it was really cool. And, oh, excuse me, COVID. Sorry. My least favorite album. Well, I'm sorry, Lou Reed. I gotta go with Metal Machine Music. I never listened to this album. I think I tried listening to it. Maybe I wasn't on the right drugs, but it just does not do anything for me. And I love Lou Reed. But this album, I don't know. I'm sure it's got its fans out there, but for me, it's my least favorite album in my collection. So that's that. So head on over to Alex Spins Vinyl. Let's get him up to 300 and past. And you know what, guys? Enjoy the rest of your night. And you know what I want you to listen to? Havoc. Check Havoc out. You know, again, if you're into that Bay Area thrash scene, you guys would like this. All right, enjoy your evening. Adios.